time where many of us face the real world. We expand our horizons and try new things in hopes of getting a better understanding of who we are. Through hard work and dedication, there comes a time where our books get put away and our tests are all done, and those long, hard hours of working hard, studying all night are finally put to rest. Yet you're sitting there on your couch with your diploma on your side, thinking to yourself that something is missing in your life. Now, it may be your lunch that you left in the microwave, or your favorite magazine that you forgot to pick up at the grocery store. But to some people, it's the feeling that they have not yet fulfilled. To some people, it's the feeling that they have not yet made a significant difference in this world. So they put that diploma aside, and they get up and they join a program which is called the Peace Corps. In the book, A Life Inspired, it's a book of tales on the Peace Corps, where there's talks about the services that people have served. President JFK addressed to the many courageous volunteers. He says, "Life in the Peace Corps will not be easy. There will be no salary, and allowances will be at a level sufficient only to maintain health and basic needs. Men and women will be expected to work and live alongside the nationals of the country in which they are stationed, doing the same work, eating the same food, talking the same language. But if the life will not be easy, it will not be rich and satisfying. For every young American who participates in Peace Corps, who works in a foreign land, will know that he or she is sharing in a great common task of bringing to man that decent way of life, which is the foundation of freedom and a condition of peace." John F. Kennedy. Peace Corps started in the 1960s and is still active to this day. Today I will attempt to talk to you about how the Peace Corps started and why, what the Peace Corps is all about, and how it's progressed through the decades, and some current statistics and facts about it. Let's start by talking about the establishment of the Peace Corps. The JFK Library Museum claims that the Peace Corps was designed to encourage mutual understanding between Americans and other cultures of the world. The Peace Corps was an outgrowth of the Cold War. Many countries were left in horrible conditions and needed help, so JFK came and talked to these students at the University of Michigan. On October 14th of 1960, at 2 o'clock in the morning, JFK came and talked and made a speech asking students to get involved and put in 2 years of their life to help make this world a better place. Peace Corps catalog states that since then, more than 195,000 Peace Corps volunteers have served in 139 host countries. So what is the Peace Corps all about? Well, its basic mission has 3 goals. Its first goal is helping people of interested countries in meeting their needs for trained men and women. Its second goal is helping promote a better understanding of Americans on the part of people served. And its third goal is help to promote a better understanding of other peoples on the part of Americans. Peace Corps also has minimum requirements to join. You have to be 18 years of age, you have to be a U.S. citizen, and you have to be in good health. Unlike other volunteer programs, there is no charge, there is no fee to join the Peace Corps at all. So, how you get started? Well, you start with a 27-month. You commit to 27 months. The first 3 months is in-country training for language, cross-cultural, technical and health and safety skills. And then you start your project. So 95% of the Peace Corps volunteers are undergraduates, 11% are grad students or have degrees, and 5% do not have degrees but have 3 to 5 years of full-time work experience in the fields of agriculture, business, communication technology, or simply working for a nonprofit organization. Approximately 4,000 new volunteers are needed each year to join a total of about 8,000 who work in a variety of areas such as health, HIV, business and communication, technology, environment, agriculture, education, which is the most popular, youth, and community development. Volunteers go anywhere from the Caribbean to North Africa, to Eastern Europe, Asia, Latin America, and Pacific Islands. So here's a little overview. Just take some things that I had just mentioned. It's a map of the different places across the world where you're able to go. Percentage, like I said, education is one of the most popular. Now let's talk a little bit about the decades of service. Since the 1960s, on March 1st, 1961, President John F. Kennedy established the executive order establishing the Peace Corps. By June of 1966, more than 15,000 volunteers are working in the field, the largest number the Peace Corps has seen in history. By the 1970s, the Peace Corps, volunteers are serving in 69 countries, the largest number to date. They did have some budget constraints because of the Watergate scandal and other wars that were going on during that time. So in the 80s, they celebrated the 25th anniversary, and Congress passed legislation that makes the Peace Corps an independent federal agency. In the 90s, the Peace Corps extends their service to China and Jordan, and they begin which is called the Crisis Corps. So if anything major happens, a crisis will occur, people will send their Peace Corps volunteers directly to the site, wherever it's at. In the 2000s, the Peace Corps responds to HIV/AIDS and the tsunami of 2005. This was the first year where Peace Corps volunteers actually served in the United States. So some statistics and facts that are current right now. We have about 7,876 Peace Corps volunteers at this time. The gender is about 60% females and 40% male. Minorities is about 15% volunteers. Age is about 27 is the median, 25 average. The oldest volunteer has been 84 years old. And education, 94% have a degree, 11% have graduate studies or degrees. And if you're married, you can also join the Peace Corps with your spouse. It's not a very high percentage, but you will be able to serve in the same country as your spouse. So today we talked a little bit about why the Peace Corps got started, and we got to know a little bit about what the Peace Corps really is and the mission, and also reviewed the decades of service in which the Peace Corps has started. Thank you for your time.